Hello, I am Sanjiv Malik from Genius Mind. Friends, the topic of our video today is, what are soulmates and twin flames? Many people present this concept in different ways. After conducting past life regressions for many people, what I have understood, I am sharing that knowledge with you through this video. What is a soulmate? Many people say that a soulmate is simply a relationship between two souls, where if one is the husband, the other is the wife, or if one is a lover, the other is the beloved, just that much. Most people believe this about soulmates. But I believe that's not the case. A soulmate can be any two souls, or even multiple souls who have been part of the same group. I have conducted past life regressions for many different people, and through these sessions I have found that souls usually tend to work together in groups. Souls often form a cluster or a group, and almost the same souls repeat and reappear in subsequent lifetimes, in different forms. It's not necessary that they only appear as husband and wife. Your soulmate doesn't have to be just in the form of a husband and wife or as lovers. That's not necessary at all. At least that's what I believe. It means any two souls who have spent many lives, many births together, and have endured all kinds of joys and sorrows, honor and insult, anger and hatred together, who have shared a long lifetime with each other. Such souls are what we call soulmates. Most of the time, the people you feel comfortable with in one life are the same kind of people you are given in your next life as well. If that's what you desire, you may ask for the same person again and again, but it's not necessary that they will always come back as your husband or wife or as your lover. It's not necessary at all. I have found that many times soulmates come back as a son, as a father, as siblings, as friends, as teacher and student, and even as boss and employee. I mean, from observing different people's journeys, I've found that there are many possibilities and there can be many types of soulmates. A soulmate is someone whom, the moment you meet, your heart will say, this is exactly the person I want. In any form, whether as a friend, a brother, or a sister, you will feel drawn to them. Many people end up ruining their lives in the pursuit of a soulmate. I also want to mention this once, because I am giving a small example of how life can be ruined. There is a person we know, and recently someone came into his wife's life. She is around 45 years old, and obviously, since they are married, they already have children. A son who is about 18 or 19, and a daughter who is around 13 or 14. So their children are quite grown up. Despite this, someone entered her life whom she felt was her soulmate, her twin flame, and she became so obsessed with him. Although she is very spiritual and there is no physical involvement, there is still an attraction towards him. This is creating problems for her. She keeps saying that this is the person she wants in her life. So we found that the arrival of a soulmate in this way can break apart an entire family. If this is what a soulmate brings, then it will tear the family apart. So in the end, what is the point of such a soulmate who destroys your family? So many people get caught up in the idea of a soulmate. This kind of story has come to me 2 or 3 times before, which is why I am saying don't ruin your life chasing after a soulmate. The person who is important in your life right now, fulfill your relationship with them wholeheartedly. Don't think that this person is a burden and that only when your soulmate arrives will all your life's problems be solved. It's not like that at all. Many people, when they meet their soulmate, this much is true. When such a person comes into your life, it feels like bells are ringing in your heart. You feel immense happiness, and it seems as if all your problems have been solved just because this person has entered your life. That's how people feel. But more often than not, it is found that in such cases, people become overly dependent on that person, and this overdependence often ends up harming them because that person also has their own duties. That means even if that person has come into your life, and if at this time they cannot play that role in your life because they have their own family and they cannot play the role of a husband, wife, or lover in your life, then it will create a big problem for you. So don't get confused by the idea of a soulmate. I have found that there can be multiple soulmates, like a person can have 3 or 4 soulmates in their life. For example, one could be their brother, another could be their wife or husband, another could be a friend. These can all be different types of soulmates. I'm telling you this because many people react very badly when their husband or wife leaves their life. They say, I only want this husband, I only want this son, I only want this wife. That is, they cry terribly for them and pray, wanting to stop their soul, wanting to say, "You stay, wait for me, and I will come with you." Or, "We will take the next life together," or "Come back into my life again as my son or as my grandson." This is how people pray. I want to say seriously, please don't do this. By doing this, we challenge the laws of nature, and doing so is absolutely not right. It creates a lot of difficulties when you behave in this way. Do not interfere with the laws of nature. Let nature do what it does in the best way possible. So I was trying to explain the concept of a soulmate to you. A soulmate is a person whose arrival in your life makes you feel as if spring has blossomed in your life, as if you found the solution to every problem in your life. But what I have found practically is that such a person, as I mentioned earlier, can come into your life in different forms and relationships. For someone, their sister could be the solution to all their problems. For someone else, it could be their mother. For another, it could be an employee or even a brother. That's why you should keep this relationship absolutely clear and keep the concept of a soulmate absolutely clear so that you don't get confused. And another thing is that if one soulmate leaves, it doesn't mean everything is over. God provides help in another form. Sometimes a person's contribution in our life is only for a short period, and this happens because that's how valuable it is to us. That's our demand from nature, or perhaps it's due to some of our own karma. So, understanding this well, I just want to tell you to truly understand the concept of a soulmate, and for those who are desperate to find their soulmate, you really don't need to worry at all. If you have a soulmate, then definitely in some form or another, they will come into your life. There's no doubt about it. And when they do, you will recognize them the moment you see them. There's no question about that either. But sometimes people keep delaying their marriage, thinking that they will only get married when they find their soulmate. Now, many times things get really complicated here. For example, someone comes into your life, but they're not your soulmate, even though you think they might be. Meanwhile, your family is putting pressure on you and time keeps passing by, which leads to a lot of difficulties. Understand this very well. If someone has come into your life, marriage is one of those things where normally you don't get to decide entirely on your own. Many aspects of it are governed by fate. Of course, you should make an effort from your side to select the right person. But I believe that when it comes to selection, we can only think within a certain limit, but we can't always make it happen. The truth is, we end up selecting only those with whom we have some kind of karmic relationship. No one comes into our life without a karmic connection. Remember, nothing in this life happens without a reason. So I hope that this video has played an important role in helping you understand the concept of a soulmate and in clarifying some ideas. Please like the video, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much, thank you.